Let's try this again. Yay! It works! So the video's smooth and you can hear me. Yay! Okay, that was my mulligan. Every streamer gets a mulligan. So welcome to the Crafty Gamer Lady channel. I am very, very excited and so very thankful to those of you who have already supported me sight unseen. I already had, I think, like 33 followers before I've even uploaded a video, and that's such a great testament to the community that Twitch has built, that we all support each other just by getting to know each other and what we want to do. Thank you for the follows, Hoach812 and Might Be Brandon. I'm very, very happy about this. I want to specifically thank Miss Envy and Gary Witta and Snowbike Mike for their encouragement. How this channel kind of came about is, you know, on March 16th of 2020, that's when I got sent home from work for a week to work at home. A week, maybe two. And I have been working at home ever since then. I have not stepped foot back into my office. So I work here in my chair, which is very nice for me. I've got my dual monitors and all my computer set up at home, and this is what I do. And fortunately, I have a job that allows me to kind of multitask, so I can have, you know, Twitch streamers and stuff on in the background. And it's people like Gary and Adam Savage on YouTube and Alton Brown and all of those kind of streamers, Good Mythical Morning, that helped me to feel connected during 2020 when we really couldn't see anybody. I'll get into more of this later, but I have fibromyalgia. I've had it for 4 years now, and a lot of that involves major fatigue. So being able to stay at home and keep us isolated. We've been pretty quarantined. Haven't really gone anywhere other than the doctor's office and you know, a couple other things, but I felt really disconnected. So being able to interact with streamers and people in chat and all that stuff. Gary Witta, hello. You, sir, are a gentleman, and I very much appreciate you. I was just talking about you, about how through all of 2020, we have been, you know, disconnected, and it was the streamers that really helped me. Hey, Leah, hey, everybody. Really encouraged me to get things started. When I started talking about the idea of doing a stream that would not only be, you know, the gamers, there's a lot of gamer streaming out there, but doing artwork, not just sharing my artwork, but I want to do projects with you. I want to teach you how to do stuff. I want to get classes kind of like the paint and sip, but maybe some other things where we can all interact together and I can teach you some stuff. Thank you, everybody, so much for the follows. You really flatter me. I appreciate it. So being able to do something like that, I was excited, and when I mentioned it, Miss Envy and Snowbike Mike were like, yeah, that sounds like an awesome idea, you've got to do it. And then, you know, Gary Witta, I was in his chat a few times and mentioned it, and he was really encouraging and excited about the vibe, and so it was all those guys that really encouraged me to do this. The other thing, too, is that I actually am part of I'm going to say nonprofit. We don't have our 501c3 yet, but it is a nonprofit art group that teaches classes to the community. All right, thanks, Jez. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, if you see over there, the yarn background, and then also on my my mainstream page, the repeating yarn, Jezeboo did that for me before I got my tablet and figured out that I could kind of do things. I just did my logo, by the way, so if you like the logo, I didn't know I could do that until yesterday. So Jezeboo did the yarn, and she's also going to do my my header for me. This is Crafty Gamer Lady in a bunch of cool letters, like the R is a ruler and the A is a pair of scissors. So give her a follow. I think maybe she was going to start doing some streaming about some artwork that she's doing and taking commissions. So if you want to go check her out, maybe I can peer pressure her into taking that final leap. Anyway, so I was teaching art classes in the community, doing, paint and sip and alcohol inks, mosaics, calligraphy. And then in March, it was just a dead stop. We didn't even want to get, into the realm of doing the digital paint and sip classes. So I've missed that component of teaching art classes. KT Hanto, the streamers on Twitch, makes me feel like I'm not alone while I'm in quarantine. Exactly. And that's why I want to get some things going. So I've missed the art classes, and I think this is going to be a good avenue for that. We can do some things together. I'll get into my specific plans later. Thank you so much for all the follows. You guys are blowing me away. I really, really appreciate it. We'll get into specific projects later, but my plan is at least a couple times a month to get together with another streamer. I know Miss Envy had expressed interest in doing this, where we pick a project to do, like painting a wine bottle that you put cork lights into, which I'll show you one of those. In fact, my husband is on the other side of the room, and he's in chat. If you see Rob Roy Old Boy, that is my husband, and his name is Lee, but he's Rob Roy Old Boy. If you wouldn't mind finding me one of the cork lights out of the bottle, because my bottle doesn't have one. I don't know where they are. So they might be, you know what? They're in a box on the wine cart in the She Cave. I have a She Cave. I will give you a tour of the She Cave once it's cleaned up from all my Christmas crap. I'm rambling. I'm getting off topic. That's why I made myself a little cheat sheet over there, and I'm not following it. Where was I? Oh, the projects that we can all do together. At least once or twice a month, I want to have one of those where I release the materials list ahead of time. So we can have you guys go out and get stuff. And I won't pick super expensive. I'm not going to, teach stained glass or anything like that, where you're going to have to spend hundreds of dollars on equipment. This is going to be you grab a wine bottle, you get yourself a paintbrush and some acrylic paints, and we go to town. The only thing would be if you want cork lights, but those are super cheap on Amazon, stuff like that. Yeah, Miss Envy, that's my husband. That's my hubby. And he sent you a Facebook friend request, too. I think I gave you a heads up on that one. So I want to talk to you for a little bit. How's it going? How are you guys? And what are some things that you're interested in? Things that have caught your attention this year that maybe you didn't know you wanted to do, and during the quarantine and all this mess, you started jumping into something and was like, hey, I think I'm pretty good at this. I think I like this, and diving into it more. What do you guys have going on? I did a lot of Lego. I did quite a bit of Lego. We were very fortunate enough to refinance our house as the quarantine was starting, which gave me a lot of anxiety when offices started closing, public offices. But it still went through, and my quarantine present to myself was the ginormous Hogwarts castle. So it's sitting right over there, and I will give you a tour of our family room at some point when I can get a little mobile with this situation. I'm kind of crammed in a corner surrounded by cords right now, but I've got a logo on the wall of the Hogwarts crest and a whole bunch of Harry Potter Lego sets, so lots of fun with that. Let me refresh here. If you guys have anything that you're excited about doing, any kind of art that you want to learn, projects that you're excited to work on, what hobbies you're interested in, I want to see that, and I want to talk to you about it, and hear about it. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about me first, since this is going to be saved as my intro, my intro video and be archived. So I do have a day job. I am a background investigator, which is fun. I work for a company that runs pre-employment background checks. So we do criminal, and I've got a gal on my team that does like the employment verifications and education and references and stuff. And I'm the supervisor of a small 4-man team, and that includes myself. So working at home is a smooth transition, and I can sit here and run the backgrounds and review things, and that's what I do during the day. Never the same thing every day. You see some interesting criminal charges, and you read some fun stories, so that keeps me entertained. Like I said, I do have fibromyalgia, so I try to keep life pretty simple. Gotta watch my energy level. I will tell you that for this channel, I am a proponent of speaking about mental health. Thank you, my dear. Quirk light. I'll show you this in a minute. So I want this to be a good relaxing space where we can, be honest, and if we got something going on and you need to use people as a sounding board, we can talk about that stuff. So just keeping it pretty chill. I do want everyone to make sure that we are, hey, how are you? That's one of my in a previous life, I taught high school for 3 years and decided that's not for me. So I was a high school teacher for 3 years. I taught choir and piano classes, and I don't like your name, dude. I'm not going to say it, but the guy that just came in, he's one of my former students. So hi there. Thank you for the host, Miss Envy. I appreciate that. Background investigator, musician. I did a lot of theater and choir stuff, and obviously got my teaching degree in music. So that's a part. But with all of the copyright rules on Twitch now, and people having to get rid of their videos, I didn't want to go into that realm on Twitch. So yeah, with the art stuff, I don't have an art degree. I didn't take a whole lot of art classes. I just started diving in, and it was just kind of self-teaching. I did do a lot of drawing and stuff when I was a kid. I'm a huge Disney fan, so I would take the Disney movie covers and draw them and copy them and color them in. And then I just started learning stuff like, hey, I want to do this. And so I'd look up a YouTube video and play around with it for a while. And then being in that teaching group, the nonprofit group really accelerated that for me, because it turned into, hey, I can do this and this. Well, can you learn how to do this? Sure. I was just browsing through my phone one day and saw alcohol inks, and the leader of the group said, alcohol inks, you know how to do that? I was like, I guess I'm gonna learn. So that's how I learned how to do anything. So I think you guys can do the same thing if you want to learn how to do some of the art stuff. And, even if you didn't think before that you could do it, you never know until you try. I very much follow the theology of Adam Savage in failure is always an option. So some things we're going to learn together. If someone says that they want to learn how to do a certain project and I don't know how to do it, I'm going to figure it out, and we're going to learn how to do it together. So my idea for the schedule, I have a schedule up there right now because I've been told by other Twitch streamers that it's a good thing to establish. But that might change a little bit from week to week, depending on how a certain day goes during the week. The weekends are probably going to be pretty stable. What I want to do on Saturdays is have from like 2 to 6, just an art and around type stream where I'm working on a project or I'm teaching a class that we're working through together. Things like that. Or I know I've got some friends that want to maybe even just get some of those like adult coloring pages and sit and color and chat and, stuff like that for a few hours. So we can do that. That'll be Saturday. And then Sundays, I don't know if I'm going to do this every week because it's a little scary. but I wanted the challenge, and I wanted something fun for you guys as the audience. I would like to do a series where you basically tell me what to paint. I might come in with a canvas that is started with like an underwater background, and then somebody in chat says, I want you to put Mario in there. And then someone else says, you need to add Kirby. And then someone else says, Captain America's shield needs to be in there somewhere. And then someone else will say, you need a Minecraft sword. So, and then I got to do it. So we'll see how that goes. And then my plan, you see I've got my ledge behind me. That painting I'll put up in the background, a scuba diving penguin. I can try. I can do that. Thank you for the follow, Orm1. I'll put that painting behind me, and I'm going to get a little bit of a better camera view. I literally just set this camera up this afternoon, and I still got to play around with some of the settings and get the angle right. I have my camera clipped to a card table that's shoved up next to my recliner. So this is a work in progress. But I'll put the painting up behind me for the whole week so you guys can see it. And I was also thinking at some point, I am part of the an Extra Life team. If you don't know about Extra Life, they raise money through the year to go to Children's Miracle Network hospitals. I hooked up with a team in California. It's my college friends team. They've had it for 10 years. I don't know if Sean's still in the chat, but we surpassed $50,000. We may have even surpassed $60,000 in 10 years. But my husband and I just joined about 6 or 7 months ago, and hey, Sean is here. We raised $1,011 just in 6 months in a pandemic, and that blew me away. So I want to do some more things this year, and I think I can use this stream to help out with that. I want to do what I know, a big you tell me what to paint type fundraiser, where for a certain dollar amount, you can have me add things that are in a certain category. Like a $5 donation will be little stuff. $10 donation might be a little more complicated. $50 will be, pretty big. And if you do $100, I got to do something really challenging. And then everybody who donates, I will pick a winner, and that winner will get the painting. I will send it to them. So that's another idea I had. I want to show you guys some of the stuff that I've done. By the way, I'm talking a lot about art, but this is also going to be gaming. Let me back up a minute. How I started with gaming. Wee little lass. I don't even remember how old I was. It was early in my memory. We got the NES. And my mom and I loved playing Mario together. I would come home from school and we would play Mario. I even remember on some of the systems, we would try to leave it running to make sure that we could pick up where we left off the day before. She would have the old magazine. Do you guys remember the cheater magazine for I think Super Mario 3, where you pick all the wild cards, and it had all the different combinations of if this card is in the top corner and this card is next to it, then this is how the whole thing looks. She had that thing marked up with pen, so that's where that kind of started. And then we went from there. I remember the day that she took me to a Walmart, and we were looking at the Nintendo 64 and the PlayStation, and she said, pick one. And I remember being there it had to have been at least around a half an hour playing the games on the different systems, but we loved Mario too much, so we went with the N64. And went on from there. And then how I really kind of got into it was, I don't know if it was in college or or if it started when I was student teaching, but the Lotro, the Lord of the Rings Online, anyone in chat played that? I got into that pretty big, and it took up a lot of my time. And then it was, through that, got into a group of people, and we played Minecraft, and Guild Wars 2, and Final Fantasy 14, all that kind of stuff. And now I'm big into the stuff that's pretty popular on Twitch. Fall Guys, Animal Crossing, Among Us. I want to try to do maybe like a heck yeah, Lotro. What did you play? My first one was a Guardian. Thank you for the follow. I had a Guardian called Malorian, and I tried to name all my characters like using the Sindarin elf language, and I'm pretty sure Malorian means love song. I could be wrong. So if you see my name Malorian pop up in different places, that's where that came from. That was my primary character, and I played that for a long time. So yeah, now into, you know, like I said, Fall Guys, Animal Crossing. So long ago, you don't remember. Yeah, it's pretty old, and I know there's a new Lord of the Rings MMO that's going to be released at some point in the next few years. But yeah, I go back to it every once in a while for like a week at a time because it holds that nostalgia factor. You guys have any other games out there in chat? Any games that you have that nostalgia and stuff that you dedicated a long time to? So yeah, I'm hoping to do an Animal Crossing little daily, but we'll see. Planning to definitely stream unless something comes up in my day on Tuesdays and Thursdays after I get done with work. I'm in Washington State. So we're Pacific time zone, probably be about 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 4:30, somewhere in there, going into the evening. I don't know if I want to come up against people like Snowbike Mike when they start streaming, but we'll see how it goes. But hopefully getting into streaming with some of those folks. I know Miss Envy wants to stream with some people, and I really want to get into that as well, and some of the other gals that I've gotten to know through her group of people. And then Saturday and Sunday doing the art thing. So primarily games during the week, art on the weekends. That's what I'm thinking for right now. We'll see how that goes. I want to show you some of the stuff that I've done, so you know I'm not a hack. I do crochet quite a bit. And I don't have a lot of the pieces that I've done because they're either orders for other people or they were gifts. But here's some of the stuff that I do have. I did this shawl thingamajigger. I love the colors on that one. That worked up pretty quick. I am working, you know, sometimes you have those projects that you keep near you and they just kind of, you work on it for like a week and then you don't touch it for like a month or two. I'm trying to do curtains for our living room. I don't know if you can see that are the Triforce, the little Triforce symbols back there. So those will be curtains. You want which one, the shawl or the Triforce curtains? Because so far I haven't even finished one, so if it's this, you're going to be waiting a long time. Here's the bottle I was talking about. I'm going to sit here and get the cork light put into it. A shawl and a poncho, Miss Envy, I can do no problem. That is not a big deal. Those work up pretty quick. I am working right now on a blanket for my nephew and his wife just adopted a little girl. So I'm working on one of those corner to corner, this way, blankets in pink. So that's what I just started the other day. And then I got distracted by my new drawing tablet, and that has not had much progress done on that blanket yet. I need to focus. That's another reason I started this stream kind of selfishly, because I have a lot of commissions that I'm working on that I have not been spending as much time on as I should. So if I stream my progress on it, even just chatting while I'm working on projects, that will keep my accountability up. So, all right, here is one of those bottles. So this is a class I taught, very simple design, just a little birch tree, if you can see it there. The snowman, and then a little snowy Christmas tree on the back. And these cork lights are very cool. They just have a little LED string attached to them and a little switch on top. So we might do one of those kind of classes. I do love mosaic work, and this is one I did about a year ago. See all the little Minecraft characters in there? Got a creeper. There's Steve in the middle. Little cow, sheep, and a pig. Just a bunch of little squares. I have done some of those paint and sip classes. This is one of them. Little, and you can't really see the detail in this light, but a little antiquing brown up in here. All that. Alcohol inks. I love doing like the Aurora type sunset thing. Hello, Amanda Nana Panda. Wow, that's a tongue twister. Thank you for the follow. So, and I will tell you one thing, if you ever work with alcohol inks, do as I say, not as I do, and wear gloves. I refuse to wear gloves during the art process because I feel like it hinders me. But then when I work with alcohol inks, I'm usually looking like an Easter egg for a couple weeks. So yeah, you want to see the project that I'm currently working on? I am doing a military mosaic Coast Guard. That's it right there. So that is all glass. And I get detailed with some of these letters and stuff, tiny, tiny little like shards of glass. So that's what I am trying to finish. I said I was going to finish by the end of the year and I failed. So we're going to finish it soon. So I really wish that I had my capture card because I kind of just want to play Animal Crossing right now and sit and stream and chat with everybody, but I do not have my capture card yet. So I'm going to talk about kind of some other ideas about gaming and stuff that I want to do. But if you guys have any questions for me, anything you want to say, any projects you want to learn, any art techniques that you want to learn to have me put into the rotation, go ahead and throw them in chat. And I will go ahead and go through some of my things while you're doing that. Talked about having you tell me what to paint. I was thinking, and I dropped this in Miss Envy's chat, and I know one of the gals there was excited about it. I want to see if maybe I can talk Snowbike Mike and his crew into doing a guys versus girls gaming night where we battle in like Fall Guys and maybe Pummel Party, something like that. So if you see him, maybe drop him a line. Jackbox nights. I would love to do some Jackbox. That would be fun. I was also thinking we could have a night where I just try random free games, like on Steam or something like that. And we do like little, like 10, 15 minute gaming sessions on each game and give it a quick review and see if there's any new games out there that we want to do. I also would love to do Lego build days. It doesn't have to be the same kit, but I know I've got a couple sitting around. I've got, we're turning the whole Harry Potter area over on that side of the room into a big area. We've got the castle in the middle. I've got some shelves up top with some like little kits. And then I've got the Hogwarts Express on the entertainment center next to it. I know I'm getting Privet Drive for my birthday in a week or two. What day is it? 11 days? No, 10 days. I can add. My birthday is the 13th. And I have the night bus back in the cave, and I've got a Quidditch pitch back in the cave. So I've got some stuff stacked up that I need to build, and I think it would be fun to just sit and chat and do that together. Adult coloring book pages. I know Miss Envy was talking about having some coloring pages on her stream, like in her Discord, that are drawn by me / us / anyone else who wanted to contribute. And then we can sit and color together and chat it up. So I would be looking forward to that. Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at for now. So any questions from you guys? Any anything you want to see, or are you just like here for the chill, here for the art, here for the sitting and chatting while I play Animal Crossing? Hello, Davo Likes Games. Thank you for the follow. I am so thankful that you guys are here and that you showed up and are giving me a little bit of support. This is my first stream ever, so I was thinking maybe like it'd be cool to have 3 people. And Gary Whitta, I will say again, is a gentleman. He is hilarious. He is very kind, very supportive. Actually, how I got to know of Gary, when Lee and I moved out to the country 4 years ago, I all of a sudden had an hour-long commute each day, or each way to and from work. So a lot of time to kill in the car, and I was getting tired of all the music I was listening to, and I had been listening to Adam Savage's Tested podcast. I forget what it is now, but it was still entitled. And then, oh, hey, thank you, Adventurer Log. I appreciate that a lot. I don't know if you heard the beginning part, but I was a teacher. I was also a performer. So speaking isn't necessarily a new thing to me. The technology is. Boy, I'll tell you what, if you guys weren't here in the very beginning, I had a fail. Got on stream, camera was all screwy, microphone wasn't working. Literally had to do the first IT move of turn it off, turn it back on again. The IT guy in our company says, do not talk to me if you have not restarted your computer. So, and it worked. Anyway, the Still Entitled podcast. So I found out that Tested had another podcast, This Is Only a Test. So I went back and started listening to it from the very beginning. And I'll tell you what, Gary is hilarious on those early episodes. We're talking probably close to 7, 8, 9, 10 years old at this point. It was before his daughter was born. And they for a couple, 2-3 years, did a 24-hour podcast marathon called Octobercast, where they raised money for different, I forget what it was. It was children's medical or something along those lines. It was for the kids, gaming for the kids. It got pretty silly. If you know of Gary at all, and you know the game Space Rocks, I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's where that came from, is one of those podcasts. They were talking about a board game. I don't even know if he's here anymore, honey. He was very generous to give me a raid, but I don't know if he's still around. So yeah, listen to those, and then kind of just kept listening to the podcast even after he left, and then I started seeing the animal talking and the talk guys that he was doing over quarantine. And those are great. Had to, I think, take most of them down because of the music copyright things. They couldn't have the band's music anymore, which is a bummer. Yeah, and if you don't know, he wrote Book of Eli and co-wrote Rogue One, which is my favorite Star Wars besides the original 3, and that's just the nostalgia factor. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with this, but yeah, appreciate Gary Whitta. Oh yeah, because he rated me. Yeah, so go ahead and check him out. If you haven't watched his streams before, give him a follow. He does a daily Animal Crossing, and it's really cute to watch him play because he gets so into all the little outfits, and he set up a really cool Asian street food market. Because after his streams lately, we've been watching. He goes down a YouTube rabbit hole of Asian street market videos, and they're so relaxing and they make you so hungry. So he built in Animal Crossing, he took one of his rooms and made it an Asian street market room, and the wallpaper is rain, and there's like actual street flooring, and he's got little carts with food and like an octopus in a tank. very fun. So give him a watch, and if nothing else, for the YouTube rabbit holes that he goes down afterwards. Will Smith, not that Will Smith, the tested Will Smith, whose name on Twitch or I think Twitch, but and then Discord is not that Will Smith. He was part of the tested crew originally, and now he's doing his own thing with Brad Shoemaker. It's either Will and Brad make a podcast or the name's flipped around. I can't remember, but they're doing their own thing now. And he's got a Twitch channel, and they do like PUBG pretty much every night. And they had some cool group opportunities for games over Christmas week. They did, you're getting snow. All of our snow got rained away. The 2 days after Christmas, we just all of a sudden got a foot of snow at once in Washington State. I lived in Michigan for 23 years. I moved out here for a reason. It was not for a foot of snow all at once. But now it's all rained away and it's like 40 degrees. So over Christmas, Will Smith's gang, they opened up different games of Jackbox and Among Us and all this other stuff. And it was fun to hang out with those guys. So I enjoy them as well. Give Will Smith a follow. Give Miss Envy a follow. She is revamping her stream. She got she got some new tech. She got a new desk. And she's doing Animal Crossing, and we're going to be all gaming with different streamers more often. She is a very zen, very peaceful follow. Lovely gal. Appreciate her a lot. Snowbike Mike, on the other end of the spectrum, if you want a never-ending supply of energy and enthusiasm and encouragement and excitement, go see Snowbike Mike. They do Fall Guys a lot. They do... Call of Duty. And they do a bunch of other stuff. He's, hey, Fitzy, how you doing? Happy New Year. Glad to see you. Thank you for the follow. We went to college together, and he's in the Extra Life group as well. Ohio, right? You're in Ohio right now? Snowbike Mike, man, he is just a ball of excitement and encouragement. He is a nut. He's a nut and a half, and I adore him. He's wonderful, wonderful. There is record of this. On stream, he asked me if I would run a sip and paint class for him and his group. And I've been following up with him, and he said it was his resolution in 2021 to follow up with me on that because he's terrible at answering messages. So we will see if that actually happens. But if I get to teach a digital paint and sip class for him and his group of friends, I will be bouncing off the walls. That would be so much fun. I told him I want to either like have him do his logo or something else nutty that a bunch of guys would appreciate doing. I don't want to make him paint like a field of flowers or anything. So we'll see if that happens. I'm going to keep subtly harassing him. I don't want to piss him off, but we'll subtly harass him about that and give him a hard time. So definitely go follow him. And then I also enjoy Kate Stark. Kate is very big on Twitch. She's been in Fall Mania, and she's been streaming for a long time. Her just chatting sessions are good. She went through a video game the other day. Honey, what's it called? Something about Ori.
Ori and the Deaf Forest.
Ori and the something. But it's good stuff to just have on in the background. She's also very chill, very, just have a good, relaxing environment. So planning on doing something similar to that and just having everybody just breathe and get through the day, and let's chat and do some artwork and some gaming with friends along the way. So I think I am going to let you get back to your day since I don't have my video card yet to play anything. But as soon as that comes in, I'm going to get on and we'll do some Fall Guys. We'll do some Animal Crossing and get some games together and see what you guys want to play and what we want to get going together. So I appreciate you all very much. Thank you for the follows. I really do think that this is going to be a fun time, and I'm looking forward to what we're all going to be able to do together. So enjoy your day, be safe, wear a mask, wash your hands, stay away from people, be safe, and I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.